afternoon.
Good afternoon. Let's wait for others to start the live. Let's give them a few more minutes to join.
Good afternoon. Ano ba yan? Wait. Yan. Multitasking. Wait lang. Ano ba yan? Ano yan? Tapos, isinara ito. Yan. Yan. Tapos, okay. At ito nga. Ayan.
So, hello, good afternoon po. I'd like to welcome po muna Miss Tina, Miss Goldie, and Miss Editha. So, we still have 2 more minutes to wait for the others po. So, while waiting po, may tanong po ako kay Miss Tina. Miss Tina po pala siya, yung name, not Trina.
Yeah, that's me.
Okay. Sige po, thank you. I'll edit your nickname sa
You can call me Tina, yes.
Apa. Sige po. Ayun. Okay, I'll just edit this. Save.
Yan.
Okay,
Yan.
thank you po for that
Pag
information.
open ang faucet, naghihiwalay.
1 more minute to go.
Then,
So use the paperweight again to compress it. Wow,
So,
nasa garden po si
Our topic
si
is,
Tina.
hello po sa inyo
Wala si
lahat.
Dami,
My name is
sa
Tina,
video
and
na
Bokashi
ako.
po my mentor. So,
ginagawa kong mga
our
balde-balde.
topic is sealing and labeling the balde. So, makita po natin na malapit na siya mapuno. So, before you seal it, naglalagay pa po ako ng konti pang bran sa ating
Actually, I'd
waste.
like to share my screen.
Tapos, I use the paper to compress it more. Ayan.
Kita eh. Okay.
So, I use the paperweight again to compress it.
Possibly.
After compressing,
Hindi ko makita yung
pinatapin ko pa yung sides niyan. Yung paper. And then, I use plastic to prevent air
I'd like to start. Good afternoon, everyone. Hello po sa ating participants for batch 16. We have here Ma'am Ninfa and Ma'am Lanie. So, our focus for the meeting today is uh, first, no, I would like to discuss our progress update and to give you a recap for what we have done so far, no? And then after that, I'd also like to discuss the stage 2 fermentation, sealing of our buckets. So I have sent the information on that yesterday, and I'd like to discuss it even more today. No, if ever we have more questions for stage 2 and other things that we have to go over. So after that, stage 1 for our leftover cooked food, I'd also like to discuss that later on. So yun po, progress update po muna tayo. So, wait, I'd like to share my Excel file. So, ito po, no, nandito po si Miss Gold po, Goldie. So, I'd like to ask, may Bokashi leachate na po ba? Si Miss Goldie po. Wait, I'll unmute po muna. I'll ask to unmute.
Ay,
Hello
hello
po.
po.
Yes,
Sorry.
may Bokashi leachate na po ba na-experience?
Hindi ko pa na-try po today.
Okay, sige.
Pero kahapon wala pa eh.
Wala pa rin. Sige. Okay
Wala
lang po yan. Okay, so I also noticed it. See this one. Okay, so meron ng leachate. Seal na rin. Si Chef Lina Mil. Okay, sige. So yun lang, no? Yun lang gusto ko malaman kung may leachate na at nakapag-seal na. Okay, so wala pa. So I'd also like to discuss yung ating schedule. So last week, nag-stage 1 po tayo ng ating raw fruits and veggies. So, raw fruits and veggies po yung ginawa natin last week. So, that's for our first Bokashi bucket. So, we sealed that yesterday. So, yun yung instructions ko po sa inyong lahat na to seal it yesterday. That will be the start of our stage 2 fermentation. Okay, so that's for your first bucket. So today, ang gusto ko pong i-discuss later is yung second Bokashi bucket natin. We can add leftover cooked food for that. So babalik tayo ng stage 1, no, dun sa tubs natin. So, okay, so that's for the schedule and the recap, no. Ayan. So, okay, so stage 2 fermentation, that's actually anaerobic. Wait, ayaw mapindot. Next slide. Okay, there. So, stage 2 is anaerobic fermentation. So, yung focus po natin dito, we have to make the conditions of the bucket acidic and anaerobic. Anaerobic, ibig sabihin po nun, no oxygen or no air. We have to limit the oxygen and air inside the bucket and the contents of our bucket. So, ang ginagamit natin is the inoculation of the Bokashi pa. So, yun yung ginawa natin yesterday. We have to prepare it, yung nilagay natin yung contents ng tubs at naglagay tayo ng more Bokashi pa. And then we sealed and labeled the bucket. So that will be for 2 weeks, minimum of 2 weeks. So ibig sabihin po nun we can extend it as long as we continue to collect the leachate, 2 to 3 days po. Because yung leachate po kasi it can produce foul smells in a way. Kasi po, it's away from the food source na. So, if they don't have food, the live microorganisms may die. Yan. So, expectations, after the 2 weeks, they will still be whole. Yung food waste natin, buo pa siya. Hindi pa po siya compost. So, we are just fermenting it for this 2-week period. So, meron po siya ng liquid production. That's why there's the faucet, no? And then, cell disintegration of our food waste, and the waste will become softer. Yun. So, I have already sent this, and I'm happy na marami na po nakapag-send ng kanilang updates, no? So, congratulations for that. And then, yan po yung ating steps, no? Actually, no, I'd like to add na yung molasses for raw fruits and veggies, it's an optional step. But for leftover cooked food, it's already uh, recommended, or it's already required na we have to add the molasses. Yun. So, ito po yung label natin, no? So, may question po ba for sealing? Were there any questions or problems during sealing or obstacles? Siguro wala naman, ano. Okay, so, yun po, remind ko lang po ulit, we have to collect the leachate. Okay, so let's move on to stage 1 of leftover cooked food. So, ang tawag po namin sa kanya is lock F for faster communication na rin. So ayun, leftover cooked food, no, we use a separate tub for this. Why? Kasi po we have to practice on how much bokashi ipa we're going to use, no. So yun yung reason kung bakit hiwalay dapat siya. Ayun. So there are two methods. It's up to you which one is best for you, kung alin yung mas na-adapt ninyo. You can coat the leftover cooked food with a lot of bokashi pa. So you can mix it like yung parang breading of chicken or pork chop, yun. It's like that. Or pwede rin siyang ihalo muna before you put it inside the tub. So, yun yung first option. Another option is for you to add, for every 1 to 2 inches of leftover cooked food, you can cover it with a lot of bokashi ipa, around 1/4 to half inch thick of bokashi ipa. Yun. So, yun po yung 2 methods. And then, drizzle molasses, pwede kayong mag-drawing sa ibabaw using the molasses, parang icing. Yun. And then, a teaspoon per tub is more than enough. So, yun po yung estimate niya. Yun po yung measurement. Yun. So, no raw meats and raw seafood muna tayo ngayon. That's for later pa. Opo. Okay. So, yun. Thank you for the for listening. I'd like to stop my screen share and hello, and engage with you. So, may questions po ba?
Hello.
Hello?
What about, can we include bones or just meat?
Yes, bones and skins, and okay po yun. We can include that po as long as they are cooked.
Mm-hmm.
Opo.
Okay.
So that kasi po if we cook it, it's easier to troubleshoot if ever there will be problems along the way, like the smell, most specifically the smell. Yun po. Yung bones, yes, okay lang po yan. During the fermentation period, they become softer. And then for stage 3, expect that they will still be whole after the stage 3 decomposition. So we can just add it again and again to the stage 3. Others also use the bones as slow release of minerals at the bottom of their plant pots. Yeah.
Okay, this goes for chicken and pork bones, right? As long as it's cooked.
Opo.
All right. Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome.
Kanina can I add?
Yes po, ma'am.
Ma'am, we recommend at your first attempt, the better that not more than 20% of cooked food will be added to your balde. And perhaps later you can explore, and when you have to add more cooked food, you have to add liquid bokashi. More than 20%, because an experience that she added more than 50%, I think around 60%, and the balde really smells something not pleasing. So we recommended that she should use another addition of our liquid bokashi, hoping that it will solve her problem because it is already undergoing putrefaction.
Yes. Opo. The problem with cooked food po kasi, the enzymes are lost. So, especially for veggies and fruits that were cooked. No, the enzymes are lost, so it's more difficult to ferment it and decompose it. Yun po. So that's also the reason why it's not included for traditional composting. But for bokashi, it's possible with the right steps. So yun po, we add more bokashi ipa, we add the molasses, and also if it's the volume is marami or too much, we can also add liquid bokashi. Yung bokashi booster po. Opo.
Hi,
Yeah, so may
ako po.
questions pa
Sorry,
po?
What about
Yes.
eggshells? Can get eggshells already? And
Eggshells.
also bread.
Bread. Ang bread, yes, leftover cooked food po as long as wala pong molds. Yung mga, for example, I also asked that during, while I was still a participant. So, ang question ko po is yung kung nasunog siya. Yung sunog, okay po yung sunog, okay po yung tuyot na bread. Yun, basta hindi lang po siya yung moldy na black or green molds. Yun. Yun po. Okay, wait. Let me check the chat first. Oh, okay. So also no, if we're going to add a lot of cooked food, we can add some excess fruit scraps as well, to help mask the smell. Yun. The the most recommended fruit is pineapples. Aside from pineapples, we can also add citruses. So, yung sa citruses po, please don't waste the rind, no? That's flavorful. You can add that to your dishes. But for the rinds, yung zest pala, I mean. Use the zest for for flavoring your food, and then the rinds, yung peels, you can use that to help mask the smell of your leftover cooked food tubs. Yun. We can also add shredded papers, and also coffee grounds, used tea leaves. Yun. Okay, so may question pa po?
Excuse me,
Yes?
instead of coffee, pwede ba yung cocoa powder?
Cocoa powder. Mm. Iba po kasi yung ano niya, iba po yung kanyang characteristics. So, hindi po siya parang coffee grounds that can help mask the smell. Hindi rin po siya yung parang tea leaves na may added factor for masking the smell, no? So, ang cocoa powder parang it's included as a dry food siya. I'm guessing you can add that for your leftover cooked food, pero konti-konti lang po. And also, baka po kasi may insects din kasi siya dahil yung bukbok. Noon po kasi na-experience ko na rin po yung may bukbok sa cocoa powder. Yun. Bakit po pala maglagay ng cocoa powder? As ano lang po, to mask the smell?
Hindi, kasi meron akong expired na cocoa powder.
Sige po. You can try po, no, pakunti-kunti lang po sa mga tubs. Kasi po, ang nangyari po kasi before, may participant na rin po na naka-experience ng flour. Ang nangyari po, naging isang buo po siya yung flour. Dry ingredient din po kasi yung cocoa powder. So, it might clump into one big mass. Yun po. Yun po yung expectation natin for the cocoa powder.
Okay, thank you.
Apo, welcome. May question pa po?
Why do we add molasses this time?
Okay. So the molasses is actually ano po siya? It's a carbohydrate source, and it's also a nutritional carbohydrate source that can help give food and supplement the microorganisms, the bokashi microorganisms. So when they wake up, they have something to immediately eat. Yeah. Para immediately available siya compared to other sugars. And yung other sugars po kasi, it's not as nutritional compared to molasses.
Okay, thank you.
Opo. Uh, Opo. Yan. May questions pa po? Yan. So yung molasses po mas nutritious siya compared to other types of sugar. Like if you compare it to brown sugar and white sugar, bale siya po yung may pinakamataas na nutritional content. Yun.
Thank you.
Welcome po. Willing po ba sila for a picture taking for today's meeting?
Yeah.
Okay po. For those who are willing to turn on their cameras, you may do so now. Para po mapag-picture taking yung batch for week 2. Okay, sige. Yan, si Ma'am Lanie. Kasama natin. Si Ma'am Ninfa. Sama po tayo, Ma'am Ninfa. Ayan, naglo-load. Ayan. Okay, game. 1, 2, 3. Isa pa po. 1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you. Thank you po. Miss Goldie, sorry, I'd like to ask again the pronunciation of your name po.
Golde.
Golde. Golde po?
Yes, correct.
Okay, thank you. Thank you po. Thank you everyone for joining.
Thank you.
Thank you. See you next week.
I'll send the instructions for leftover cooked food after this meeting.
Alright. Salamat po.
Okay. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
So for our demo, first we need a large piece of paper to cover the drainage holes para hindi mag-clog yung drainage holes at yung spout. Tapos, after nyan, lagay na natin yung contents ng ating tubs. So, ang gagawin po natin,